To the real world, I got battered on the North Shore. It gave me comfort when I always knew that you were there for me next door. I lived it hard on the
Okay, question number 11. In a rectangle of a specified area, the length varies inversely with its width. Okay, if the length of the rectangle is 10 centimeters, the width is 4 centimeters. How long is a rectangle if it is 5 centimeters wide? Okay, is it A? So how long is the length unknown? So is it A, 8 centimeters, B, 10 centimeters, C, 15 centimeters, or D, 20 centimeters? I'll give you 5 seconds to answer this question. Okay, my dear math learners, para sa question na ito, we are talking about what variation? Okay, so we are talking about inverse. Okay, so inverse, sabi dito, the length varies inversely as its width. So if that would be the case, my dear math learners, inverse, so we will be putting, translate muna natin ha. So L, inverse kasi, so we will have K over W. Alright, so sabi dito, the length will be 10 if the width is 4. So 10 daw si length kapag ang width natin ay 4. Now, ito yung tanong. What will be our length, unknown, when our width is 5? Of course, hindi pa natin alam ang K, tama? So, para sa solving na ito, or sa solution na ito, we need to first solve for the value of K. So, of course, kapag ganito na ang given ng inyong solution, you just apply the cross multiplication. So, that is 10 times 4. So, by doing that, you will have K is equal to, so times ito, okay, 10 times 4, cross multiply. So, anong ka-times ni K? Wala, over times 1, kasi yung whole number, may invisible na over 1 yan siya dyan. So, K pa rin. So, 10 times 4, the answer is 40. So, 40 na ngayon ang ating K. However, hindi yun ang tinatanong. So, pero at least magagamit natin yun para sa ating second solution. So, we have now L is equal to 40 over 5. Of course, is 40 divisible by 5? Yes, because 40 divided by 5, the answer is 8. Okay, so the correct answer for this problem is letter A, 8 centimeters. Okay, so let's try if we are correct, my dear math learners. Ayun, tamang-tama ang ating sagot. Right. Now, let us go to the next question. Question number 12. The time T takes to construct a highway varies directly as the length of the road, but inversely with the number of workers. If it takes 50 workers and 8 weeks to construct 2 kilometers of highway, how long will it take 80 workers to construct 15 kilometers of highway? Alright, is it A, 30.5 days, B, 35.7 weeks, C, 37.5 weeks, or D, 39.2 weeks? Okay, I'll give you 5 seconds to answer, and I'm sure hindi to makaya ng 5 seconds lang, but let's just try. Alright, so let's try to finalize first our mind in order to actually solve this problem. Okay, my dear math learners. Okay, ready na kayo? First things first, pinakamagandang practice talaga kapag varies or sinusolve mo is variation. The first thing you should do is to translate the given statement into an equation. Okay, so first, let us translate first the time T. So, T tayo dyan. Okay, so T. Ayan, T. T takes to construct a highway, varies directly. Okay, varies directly. So, K na tayo dyan. Okay. On the length of the road. Okay, so length of the road, that could be the distance. Alright, so D tayo dyan. Okay. But inversely with the number of workers. So, inversely. So, meron itong inverse. So, may W tayo dyan. So, it means that this kind of variation is a combined variation. Merong direct at meron ding inverse. So, combined variation ang tawag dyan. So, how do we solve this one? So, sabi dito sa first statement, it takes 50 workers. So, ito yung W, 50 workers and 8 weeks. So, ito yung time, 8 weeks, to construct 2 kilometers. Ayan. So, therefore, if we try to solve for the next situation, we need to get the value of K, yung constant of variation. So, if that is the case, we will first substitute the first given numbers or given values to our translated equation. So, our time here for the first is 8 weeks. So, that will be 8 here. Right? 8 equals, our K, hindi pa natin alam. Then, 2 kilometers. So, that will be our distance. Okay, 2 kilometers. And then, for the W, for the number of workers, that would be 50. Okay, so 50. So, ito yung first situation. So, kailangan muna nating ma-solve ang ang value ng K. So, again, meron na naman tayong cross multiplication dito. So, yung 8 na whole number, may over 1 yan siya dyan. So, 1 times k times 2. So that will be 2k. Okay, 2k yan siya dito sa. Pero ito naman 8 times 50, that will be 400. Okay. So did we get the value of k? Hindi pa because may 2 pa ang katabi ni k. So we will divide both sides by 2. So therefore, 400 divided by 2, that will be 200 as our k. Okay. Nano na itong k natin. Alright. Now, did we answer the problem? Not yet. Kasi tanong dito, how long will it take? How long? So, yung time ang nawawala. So, time pa rin ang nawawala dito. Will it take 80 workers? So, 80 workers. So, ito yun. Dito yun sa baba. Then, 15 kilometers of highway. So, we have now our k. Ito yun. May k na tayo. So, we have here 200. Okay. Multiplied by our distance. Ito na yung bago. Okay, so that is 15 kilometers. Okay, 15. Divided by the number of workers, that would be 80. Alright, so continuing the solution, 200 times 15, I think the answer for that is 3,000. Okay, divided by 80. So, as you can see, maraming zero sa taas, then meron isa sa baba. Pwede mo ma-cancel out ang zero na yan para hindi kayo mahirapan. So, you can have 300 divided by 8. Okay, so using a paper and pen, 300 divided by 8. So 8, 3, hindi pwede. So 30. So 30 divided by 8, we could have 3 kasi 24. Okay, so kung if this is 24, may 60, may 6 pa natira, bring down 0. So 60 divided by 8, that would be 7. Kasi 56 kay 7. Then, magdadagdag tayo ng decimal place if ever may another 0 na naman. So, that would give us 56. Then, meron pa matira na 4. So, 4, bring down 0, dagdag 0, index. So, that is 40 divided by 8. That would be 5. Okay, so 37.5. Ayun! So, meron tayong sagot dito na 37.5. Okay, so we already answered the problem. Hooray! Okay. Yes! Wow na wow tayo dyan! And I'm sure kayang-kaya nyo ito, my dear math learners. You just need to practice and practice in order for you to get the correct answer. Okay, so letter C. Ayun, tama nga tayo. Alright. So, not very hard if ever you already know or you know how to solve the problem. Okay, so you need to practice, my dear math learner. Now, let us go to question number 13. Which of the following tells how many times a given quantity is taken as a factor? Madali lang to. Is it A, exponent, B, base, C, variable, or D, numerical coefficient? I'll give you 5 seconds to answer this question. Okay, my dear math learners, sabi dito, how many times taken as a factor? So, sa madaling salita, ang gagawin mo is, ano daw yung nagsasabi kung ilang beses mo imumultiply sa sarili niya ang isang number? Okay, or yung isang quantity. So, of course, yung ganyan na, na attribute is under, very good, letter A, exponent. Alright, so B, base, mali ito sila, B, C, at, okay? Easy lang talaga, my dear math learners. Now, let us go to question number 14. Which of the following is not equal to 1? Ayan, madali lang to. 0 exponent. So, we have here the quantity cube root of negative 1 to the power of 0. We have here 5 to the 0, y to the 0. We have here square root, the fourth root, letter C, the fourth root of 12x to the power of 0. Or D, 6 to the power of 0. Okay, 5 seconds to answer this problem. Okay, my dear math learners, ang question na ito ay napakadali lang. Okay, sa given choices natin, ano ba ang focus nito? Tama? Alright, so this is focus on zero exponent. And ano bang sinasabi sa definition ng zero exponent? Any number or any quantity with an exponent of 0, the value is always 1. Okay, so now let's check. So we have here, itong buong expression na ito ay nakapower kay 0. So of course, this is equal to 1. This is wrong kasi ang tanong is not equal to 1. Okay, wrong yan. Ito naman, itong 0 nakapower kay 5. Itong 0 nakapower kay 1. So this value will be 1. This value will be 1. So 1 times 1, 1 pa rin. So mali din yan. Ito naman, itong 0 natin, saan lang ito nakapower? Okay, dito lang kay x. Hindi kasali si 12. So, therefore, if this is the case, then this x to the 0 will be the 1, but since 12 is not part of the 0 exponent, then this will become 12 times 1. So, basically, the final solution, the final output or answer for this one is the fourth root of 12 pa rin. So, this is not equal to 1. Okay, so ito yung sagot. Wow! Now, letter D, 6 to the power of 0, kapareho lang ng situation sa letter B. Okay, 1 din yan. So, my dear math learners, napakadali lang ng question na ito. I hope you got it right. Now, let us go to question number 15. Simplify. 3 times 5 squared minus 10 times 5 plus 1. Is it A, 328, B, 101, C, 34, or D, 26? I'll give you 5 seconds to think about your answer. Okay, math learners. We have here a simplification. So, magsosolve tayo konti. Saan kaya dito ang tamang sagot? Now, we will apply the PEMDAS rule dito. So, in the given, mauuna ito pag-solve. So, that will be, let's say, I will just write first 3 times 5 squared is 25 minus 10 times 5 plus 1. So, as we can see, puro ano na lang ito, either multiplication, division, addition, subtraction. Okay, so sa PEMDAS rule natin, mauuna si multiplication. So we have here multiplication, we have here multiplication. So let's focus here first. 3 times 25, that will be 75. Now, wag mong ima-minus ito sa 10 kasi meron tayong multiplication dito. Magsosolve ka rin dito. Mauuna muna ito. So, 10 times 5, that will be 50. So, minus 50 tayo dyan. Okay, so then plus 1. So, 75 minus 50, that is 25. Tapos, may plus 1 ka pa. So, anong sagot? Ayun, 26. Alright. So, we already got the correct answer. Ayan. So, my dear math learners, I hope, let's check kung tama ba tayo. Ayan, tama nga tayo, my dear math learners. So, mali ang tatlong ito, A, B. I hope you got that one, my dear math learners. Alright. Now let us go to question number 16. How is 4 cube related to 4 to the power of negative 3? Is it A, 4 cube is the opposite of 4 to the power of negative 3? B, 4 cube is the reciprocal of 4 to the power of negative 3? C, 4 cube is the additive inverse of 4 to the power of negative 3? Or D, 4 cube is the negative inverse of 4 to the power of negative? Okay, I'll give you 5 seconds to think about your answer. Okay, my dear math learners, I hope you have or you still remember your lessons on negative exponents. If you don't, we have a video in our channel. Ayun, nagpa-vlog naman. Alright. So, paano nga ba makukuha ang sagot dito? Napakadali lang, my dear math learners. In terms of negative exponents, when we have negative exponents, you just get the reciprocal of that one in order to eliminate that negative sign of the exponent. So we have here positive sign, meron tayong positive integral exponent, positive 3. However, dito naman negative 3 na exponent. So ang gagawin lang natin, in order to get this 1, itong i-eliminate itong negative 3, we get the reciprocal. So this will become 1 over 4 cube. So if you compare 4 cube and 1 over 4 cube, basically, you already answer the question because they are reciprocal with each other. Ayun, letter B. Ayan. So, napakadali lang nito, my dear math learners.
Easy, right?
So, now, I hope you got that one. Let us go to question number 17. Which of the following is the exponential form of the expression the fifth root of xy? Okay, is it A, xy to the power of 5, B, the quantity xy to the power of 5, C, xy to the power of 1/5, or D, the quantity of xy to the power of 1? I'll give you 5 seconds to think about your answer. Okay, math learners, napakadali lang ng question na ito. Bakit? Kasi this is just rewriting radical to rational exponent. Remember that if you have a radical expression, this can be converted into a rational exponents. According to the rule, the index of your radical exponent, that will be the denominator of your rational exponent. And the numerator will be the exponent inside the radicand. Okay, so ito yung radicand natin. So ano yung exponent nito? So wala tayong nakikita. Understood, it is 1. So, 1/5 ka na agad. So, A and B are wrong. Alright, I hope you get it one. Now, saan sa dalawang ito ang tamang sagot? Of course, as you can see in this radical equation or expression, yung x at y is part of the radical expression or in the radical sign. So, therefore, buo din sila na magkakaroon ng 1/5 as its exponent. Alright, so therefore, ito, mali ito kasi itong 1/5 dito, sa y lang siya nakapertain. Wala sa x kasi si x dito may 1 yan dyan. However, this one, silang buo talaga ay merong exponent na 1/5. So, letter D is the correct answer. Alright. So, letter C is... I hope you got that one, my dear math learner. Now, let us go to question number 18. What is the exponential expression of cube root of m squared? Is it A, m to the power of 3 halves, B, m to the power of 2 thirds, C, m to the power of 1 half, or D, m to the power of 1/5? Okay, 5 seconds to answer this question. Okay, math learners, napakadali lang ng question na ito. As what I've told you earlier, na kapag nag-rewrite tayo ng radical expression to rational exponent, our index will become the denominator. So, 3. So, ito wrong, ito wrong, ito wrong. May sagot na tayo, letter B. Ayan. Okay, so, ito naman sila, mali. Alright, so, I hope you got that one, my dear math learners. Now, let us go to question number 19. What is the exponential form of the fifth root of 2 cube? Okay, so same lang pa rin kanina. So is it A, 2 to the power of 3/5, B, 2 to the power of 3/3, C, 2 to the power of 5/5, or D, 2 to the power of 1/5? Okay, 5 seconds to think about your answer. Napakadali lang nito, my dear math learner. Okay, same lang pa rin. So we have our index as 5, so that will be our denominator. So, ito 5, ito 5, ito 5, ito 3. Wrong na ang letter B. Ayan. How about A, C, and D? Ano ba ang exponent ng ating radicand? So, we have 3 here. So, 3 will be our numerator. So, 3/5. Okay, so letter A is our correct answer. Alright, so C and D, mali yun siya. I hope you get it one, my dear math learners. Now, let's go to question number 20. Which of the following is the simplest form of the fourth root of 3 squared? Okay, so same pa rin. So is it A, 3 to the power of 2/4, B, 3 to the power of 1/2, C, 3 to the 3, or D, 9? Okay, 5 seconds to answer this question. Okay, my dear math learners, I hope you have still a fresh idea. So if we try to convert this one, basically this is 3 to the power of 2/4. Yan. O, sabihin mo, so Ash, meron na tayong sagot, letter A. But think about it. 2/4 is a fraction that can still be simplified into its lowest term. So 2/4 is equal to, very good, 1/2. So our final answer here is letter B. Ayan. So, I hope hindi kayo ma-confuse sa question na ito. Okay, my dear math learners. Ayan. So, letter B is the correct answer. Okay. Easy, easy lang talaga. Now, congratulations, my dear math learners, because you are already halfway of our discussion for our review series for grade 9 in preparation for the second quarter. I hope you will still continue to listen on our remaining half of the reviewer series. Now, let us go.
I got a taste of the real world. I got battered on the North Shore. It gave me comfort when I always knew that. I always knew that you were there for me next door. I lived it hard on the long road. I ran through every single zip code. I get lonely, but I always knew